What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from the Inner Circle. Like, share, subscribe, and let your voice be heard. We almost there, baby. Yeah, buddy. Now, E3 is around the corner, and it's going to be huge for Microsoft. Not just Microsoft, for Nintendo, Sony. It's going to be huge for everyone. All developers going to be huge for gamers, but it's especially huge for Microsoft. As we know, in 2013, they released the Xbox One, and it was a shitty release. The message was all over the place. It was a whole thing about TV and, all in one cable and plug your TV through the thing and do this. And it was just, yeah. So they lost the heart of a lot of gamers because gamers wanted you to focus on gaming, not being a gaming and a TV device and all this stuff. Put gaming first. And gamers didn't feel the gamers were first. On top of a DRM thing, and they just left a bad taste in a lot of gamers' mouth. You got to think about a lot of reason the PS4 is selling so great because most of those people, a lot of those people were 360 users, and they went over to the more, they felt the more gamer friendly company. Which, yeah, that's gonna give Microsoft credit. They've done a lot of pro-consumer things over the past, 6 months to a year. Which is something they have to do because they're behind. But behind the point. Hey, by the way, I chose pain over surgery. So just letting you guys know. So I gotta ask the question. I want to get you guys to start in the comment section down below. Is this the most important E3 in the history of Xbox? They've never had to go into an E3, especially trying to reveal a console, this far down, this beaten down like they are now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, people are also wrong thinking that the Xbox is selling horrible. It's not selling horrible. It's actually selling really good. Just it pales in comparison to the PS4. But this is the most important, in my opinion, E3 in Xbox history because they have to make sure when they announce Project Scorpio, they have to make sure the message is clear. And at the same time, they have to make that message fast because you don't want to spend too much time talking about hardware because the biggest thing is getting hit by Microsoft is lack of games. So that causes a little bit of turmoil or turmoil. God damn, Fame. It causes some conflict. I can say conflict easy, so we're gonna say conflict. It causes a little bit of conflict because they have to come out and say this is Project Scorpio, this is what it does, this is the price. And then you have to, no, of course, don't say it like that, but you have to give a statement. You have to make things clear that people understand this is a, whether it's a premium console, it's the better version. You have to put that out there. You have to put out why it's better version. You have to do it quickly because once that's it, people are like, okay, cool. That's the price. Whether it's $4.99, $4.49, $3.99, cool. That's the price. It's my games look this much better. Cool. I know about the multiplats, my multiplat stuff, but then you have to go and put out the game. This is the third year for Phil Spencer. And, it seems like the third year could be the magical year because things that he's been working on since he became the head of Xbox, now they come to fruition. Now is the time to show what you've been doing because you guys understand things don't happen overnight. Things don't happen in a year. You start a game or start, phasing things out, making things a certain way. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And I think this would be the year that, he has to show something. This would be the year where you really can give him flack if he does not deliver. If they do not come out and say, new IP, sequel, third party, exclusivity, something like that. Somewhat go. I still think it's just go back to somewhat of the 360 days. They had a lot of third party deals, and I think they're kind of hurting for that right now because Sony is absolutely killing with third party deals. Call of Duty, Destiny, Red Dead Redemption 2, Star Wars Battlefront, they are absolutely killing it, and it is not even close. They're killing it on the third party market. As I think there's still some games left. They might not be as big as those, but there's still some games left they can go out and get bigger names of third party marketing for. But it's all about the games and the absolutely clear messaging. I think them moving to Sunday is great because they get to control the narrative. No matter what they do on stage, they can control the narrative for 24 hours. They'll have all their attention for 24 hours. So if they show new IPs, new games, talk about the price of Scorpio, things about Scorpio, they can control that narrative for 24 hours. Even after the show, I think Phil talked about it on a podcast online. They talked about how, we maybe can, drop some things after the show, and that's something I predicted back on Press Start podcast, which is Kofi's podcast. I talked about that. I said, hey, I think they moved to Sunday because they're going to be dropping news. Now, I don't think it's going to be something Megaton, because I think Megaton, of course, will be said on stage at E3 during the conference. But I think throughout the day, the rest of the day on Sunday, even Monday morning, I think they're going to be trickling out little things here and there. Some things may be big, some people may be smaller, some people, but I think they're going to be trickling out news. I think that's one of the advantages to them going Sunday. Like I said, trickling out news and controlling the narrative for 24 hours. But it is all about the games. It is all about the games. People recognize that. The executives are coming out saying that. Aaron Greenberg is saying that. Albert Pinello is saying they understand. They hear people. They know. They want the games. And I think Project Scorpio will help out with that, not just because of the power, because from what we're hearing, it is also developer friendly, super developer friendly, way more than the Xbox One. And I think a lot of these games that aren't necessarily a paid exclusivity to Sony's PS4. A lot of these games are just on PS4 because developers don't want to waste their time, struggling to get their game on Xbox One, or that they feel like the Xbox One isn't developer friendly. So a lot of these JRPGs, things like that, are going to Sony not because they pay for it, because the platform is just easier to go there. And it has a lot to do with the market as well, with Japan not really, delving into the Xbox. I think the American side people who scream for JRPGs, I think you're going to see a lot more of those JRPGs on the Xbox One. So like I said, I really think I kind of went all over the place a little bit, but I really think this is the most important E3 for the Xbox in the history of the Xbox. There isn't one more important, because they can make a huge comeback. In the world, that's going to always be an issue. Always. But as long as they could make a big push in North America and Europe, that is huge for Microsoft. Now, I'm not saying they're going to come out and take over North America and Europe. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they can begin to gain ground, because like I said, you got almost 60 million PS4 users. If those people decide, that Scorpio looks nice, like that thing look dope, and them games, they're gonna buy one. Why wouldn't they be multi-console ones? That's what I say. People aren't just gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna buy it." Real gamers, when they see a game over there that looks interesting, they're going to buy that platform. They're going to buy that console. Now, I don't want to hear, PC. I don't need nobody being, the middle sister. Console. I don't need anybody coming in being the middle sister. Calm down with that. We're talking console here. I think people are going to jump on that. But, we will see what happens. But I don't know what you guys think about this topic in the comment section down below. Is this the most important E3 in Xbox history? I am Fame Entertainment from TiCGN.com. Make sure y'all visit TiCGN.com. It's a great website, and I am biased toward it. You guys have a great one, and I'm out.
Step out straight from the bando. Niggas been stacking them bands though. I stay in the hood like a bando. And I look like money, no camo.
Yeah, camouflage behind T. Hustle, souped up, Clark Kent. I am maintained, the fuck with you lanes. My side bitch your main. Blame it on fame.
This is no flex zone, got ammo. Yo, ho, do what I say so. Leave a nigga stiff like stay so.